Soonish.
Soonish.
Here we go. All right, we're live. Hey there, Luke.
How you doing, Micah?
I am Micah, and this is Mr.
Luke.
Mr. Luke. So we are here today to discuss each other's lesson plans and give each other feedback. So starting with Mr. Luke, he did a wonderful lesson on who, what, how, when, and where, right? He enforced this with pictures. He explained it at first, enforced it with pictures, had the students go into a gradual release sort of thing where they were in groups, seeing their own pictures, and then describing the picture using the descriptive words of who, what, how, when, and where. Who is this? What are they doing? How are they doing it? When are they doing it? And where are they doing it at? And the students were expected to go to the board and write all this down. I found it very student directed. One thing that I liked was there wasn't more than about 2 minutes where it was just you talking. You really tried to elicit response from the students and get them to participate as much as possible. So it was definitely in the hands of the students. You just sort of laid the fundamentals down and then let them get to work on those concepts as soon as possible. So I saw amongst the high-level thinking skills, I saw remembering and comprehending, applying and analyzing, where the students had to remember and comprehend what the words meant, and then apply and analyze the new vocab using the group activity of looking at the pictures and using the correct descriptive words to describe what they were seeing in there. So yeah, I thought the students were continually engaged, which was good. They were encouraged to verbalize their responses so that there's language output in addition to that language input that you need. Physical space all seemed okay. The blackboard is in plain sight. The teacher was in plain sight of the students. And there was some formative assessment. It kind of layered itself, right? There was a formative assessment of the pictures being shown, and then afterwards the group pictures that each group had. That was also just another layer of formative assessment. It's your video overheated or something like that, so I don't know what you did at the end, but if it were me, I would have said I always like to end my lessons with like a grab bag kind of quiz or something that kind of makes them think fast and gets the adrenaline going a bit and gets them excited and kind of wakes them back up, right? So that would be my input in there. And I would also like to, would have been nice to have seen sort of like their handwriting skills and their spelling skills as well, and to kind of see that incorporated into it as well. But then again, maybe their handwriting is, you know, pretty good, and you didn't need to incorporate that into the lesson. So that's my bit, Mr. Luke. Now we'll hand the floor to you.
All right, thank you, sir. I really appreciate your comments. So first of all, I thought you did a wonderful job. I thought at the beginning of the lesson when you were describing the seasons or having the students describe the seasons, the hand movements and the songs were a really good part of that. It could be really useful for helping kinesthetic learners understand the material. So yeah, the students seem to have a pretty good grasp at the beginning when you reviewed the season. So that was a nice little form of formative assessment, like brainstorming before teaching. And again, yeah, I like the song. I already mentioned that. Great introduction to the lesson. And I really liked how the students were given a choice in which pictures to use during the lesson. I thought that was very student-centered, you know. And so, yeah, the objective of the lesson was to associate clothing and months with seasons, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
So I thought that was a really, really cool test kind of thing, like a summative test where you had like real clothing, real pieces of clothing, and they had to go place them next to the appropriate seasons. And you seem to have a very good relationship with the students, so that's great. The only thing I would maybe try for a summative assessment in my classroom would be like assigning each student a month, and then they have to make a picture that describes that month, incorporating clothing and the weather,
Ooh,
and
yeah.
and yeah. So, but overall, you did a wonderful job, and that's my only real suggestion.
All right, great. Okay, well, I think we're running on our time here. So yeah, good feedback and good idea on the picture there, having them draw a picture of a month with all the necessary elements of the season. That's good. I'll definitely keep that for the future. Okay, with that, we're off and ready to be reviewed by our great instructor, Katina. So hope you enjoy it, Katina, and have a nice day.
Yeah, thank you, Katina.
Thank you, Katina. Bye.